at this point, it's pretty easy to say that Christian McCaffery is a top 3 running back in the NFL. I mean, it's pretty obvious that every team is scared to go up against this guy, but today we are going to be switching things up a little bit because I'm going to be switching Christian McCaffrey's position to quarterback to see if he can carry the San Francisco 49ers to the Super Bowl. But I mean, as you would probably expect, after switching Christian McCaffrey's position to quarterback, that has now made one massive problem for this team. And that problem is that Christian McCaffrey is garbage right now. But I mean, for every touchdown he scores, it's going to be 100 points to spend on upgrades. So if he can go off and score some touchdowns for us, by the end of the video, he should be a 99 overall. But to start off the season, in week 1, we're going to be taking on Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets. But anyways, I mean, I guess it's time for the moment of truth. We're going to see how good or bad McCaffrey is at quarterback. I mean, I feel like it's honestly not going to be that terrible. I mean, that's kind of a dot right away. So that's definitely a good start for him at quarterback. And another thing that we can definitely do with him is go on the run. Hold on. If that works out, I'm going to be amazed it's knocked away. That would have been a huge play if we could have connected with Kittle there, man. But I might try and go for Ayuk this time. He's probably going to be locked up. So we'll just... Oh, we're going to keep it on the ground. We're going down, though. I mean, things have gone bad pretty quickly. So now we need to get 16 yards to keep this drive alive. That honestly might work out. It's underthrown, though. I mean, if you didn't underthrow that pass to Ayuk, that was potentially a touchdown for the 49ers. But it looks like our defense did clutch up for us. So we're back in scoring position. I'm just going to go back for Kittle because this play did work last time. On the downside, it looks like the Jets did bring up a 3rd down after that. We only need 2 yards, though, so I'm going to try something here and see if we can go on the run with McCaffrey. There we go. That's going to be a 1st down. I mean, that's something we already knew he was going to be good at. He's still going to be crazy on the run. The one thing we need to get better, though, is obviously his throwing because that is pretty bad right now, but we're going to have Debo open for the touchdown. So that is going to be Christian McCaffrey's first passing touchdown as a quarterback, which is going to give us a 7-0 lead over the Jets. We're coming back out here in the 4th quarter, though, and it looks like we do have a really tight game on our hands, but if we can score a touchdown here, I'm hoping that will be enough to put this thing away. I mean, that's a good start from McCaffrey. That's going to go for a touchdown, man. Hold on. We might actually get caught here, but we're set up either way. This guy is going to be so dangerous once he actually gets good at throwing the football, man. I mean, it actually should be ridiculous, but that's going to be another TD from Debo. I mean, it looks like both of our passing TDs are going to go to Debo Samuel. So that's going to be McCaffrey's 2nd touchdown of the game. And after that, it looks like we did go on to get the dub. So we're going to start the season off with a win in week 1. And obviously, since McCaffrey finished that game with 2 touchdowns, we now have 200 points to spend on upgrades. Obviously, we got to focus on throwing first. So we're going to go ahead and max out his throwing power. And then I'm also going to max out his short throw accuracy. And we're going to max out his medium throw accuracy. And with the final 38 points that we have, I'm just going to spend that on throw under pressure. And after all of those upgrades right there, just like that, McCaffrey has gone all the way up to an 80 overall. I mean, McCaffrey should be playing a whole lot better after all of those upgrades. But that's going to bring us to week 2. And it looks like we have another pretty tough game on our hands because now we have to play the Minnesota Vikings. And Minnesota did score first, so it looks like we are down 7-0 right now. But I'm just going to keep it on the ground to start things off. And it looks like we are... Okay, never mind. I thought we were going to get the first. Mason did not turn the corner like I thought he was going to, though. So I guess we only got 5 yards there. So I'm going to put in the air this time and see... Yeah, that's probably not happening. Actually, we should have Debo. That's going to be a dot. I'm going to switch it up a bit and go for a shot here. I mean, chances are this play's probably going to get shut down. But if we can get any separation with George Kittle... That could be a huge play right there. Okay, we got it, and he's still up. I mean, even if Kittle was locked up there, Ayuk was pretty open, so we would have had somebody to go for there. But I'm going to see if we can go back for George Kittle. And once again, he's going to be wide open for the first. I mean, we are 3 yards away from a touchdown, so I'm just going to keep it on the ground with McCaffrey and see if he can score this for us, but it looks like we're getting caught. And that's going to be a 2-yard loss too, which definitely sucks, but hopefully we can get somebody open here. I mean, we kind of need to because it is 3rd down. And it looks like we're gonna have George Kittle. So that's gonna be another passing touchdown from Christian McCaffery, which is gonna tie this game up at 7. We're coming back out here in the fourth quarter though, and it looks like we are dominating the Vikings right now. I mean, it's a 2-score game, so if we can score here, that should pretty much put this thing away. Christian McCaffery has like 215 yards in the air today, so it seems like he is definitely doing a lot better at passing the ball. That should work out for another first down too. We're gonna have Ayuk open. I feel like running the ball is still his specialty though, so I'm gonna keep it on the ground and see if we can get any separation with McCaffery. Oh, we might be going backwards here. Come on, please. That's gonna get us back to the line of scrimmage. I mean, I'm happy we didn't lose yardage there, but that was pretty much just a waste of a down since we didn't get anything. So I'm gonna see if we can get Debo open this time. We're gonna have it, but it's not a first. I'm probably gonna regret this, but I'm just gonna keep it on the ground with McCaffery again and see if he can pick up the first for us. I mean, we only need 2 yards, but it looks like, oh, we're not getting it. And it looks like Minnesota did score after that, so hopefully we can put some more points on the board here. All we really gotta do is run the clock out and we win this game either way, but I do want to try and get one more TD with McCaffery. That's the biggest throw he's made so far. I mean, one more touchdown would be 2 on the game, so that honestly could be enough to bring us all the way up to a 99 overall. So if we can get Kittle or somebody open, that could be enough to do it. I mean, even if that doesn't bring us all the way up, we are going to be very close to a 99 overall after this game. And obviously we were also able to hold on for the dub after that, so the Niners are 2-0 to start off the season. But anyways, with the 200 points that we have to spend on upgrades, I'm gonna start off by maxing out his deep throw accuracy, and I'm also gonna max out throw on the run, and I guess we can also max out his throw under pressure. And with the final 55 points that we got, I'm gonna spend that on break sack. And no surprise, after all of those upgrades, it looks like Christian McCaffery has gone all the way up to a 99 overall. With that being said though, I mean, even though he's a 99 overall, this guy can still get even better with more upgrades. But after that, we went ahead and simmed to week 6 to see how we were doing, and it looks like nobody has been able to beat us so far. I mean, we have a 5-0 record, and obviously we're going to be taking on the Seattle Seahawks, and it looks like we are going to be starting with the ball in this game as well. So hopefully we can get in the end zone on our first drive here. I'm going to start things off. And hopefully, I was gonna try and go for, what's his face, Ayuk there, but I guess Debo's our best option. I feel like we should probably have Ayuk open off of this route, though. I mean, again, if he's locked up, we should have Debo. One or the other's gotta be open here. And once again, I'm just going for Debo because he is way too open to ignore. I mean, I really am trying to get Ayuk involved here, but every look, Debo is open, so he is obviously my favorite target right now, but I might just keep it on the ground. Yeah, that's not what I was looking for. Looking back, I honestly might have been better off to keep it with McCaffery, but hopefully we can get Kittle or somebody here because we do need 7 yards to keep this drive alive. That was definitely not the move. I don't know how we stayed up there. We're still gonna get the first down though. I mean, that definitely should have been a stop to take us off the field there, but I will take it because now we have a fresh set of downs, and it looks like McCaffery... Okay, I definitely could have ran that better. I thought that was going to work out for a touchdown, but looking back, if I went around him instead, that probably would have been an easy score, but it doesn't matter because we are going to get Debo in either way. So that is another passing touchdown from Christian McCaffery, which is going to give us the lead first. And I mean, since then, by the looks of it, things have just gotten worse for the Seahawks. I mean, we already have a 3-score lead in the third quarter right now, and McCaffrey's going to be gone again. So that's another huge pickup on the ground for him. I mean, this guy's just such a threat right now, bro. It's just like Lamar Jackson. If he's not passing the ball, you really got to worry about him keeping it on the ground. So defenses really don't know what to do with this guy. And this time we're going to have Debo open again. So that is going to go for another touchdown. I didn't think we were going to bring that all the way to the house, but the juke definitely helped us out. So that's another score to make it a 4-score lead. And after that, Seattle was really never able to recover. I mean, they only scored 3 points, so our defense held them to no touchdowns. But once again, we have 200 points to spend on upgrades, so I mean, first thing we're gonna do is max out his speed, and we're gonna max out acceleration and agility, and I guess we can also max out his strength, and we'll max out break tackle and trucking, and I mean, obviously, we also gotta hit stiff arm, and we still have like 87 points to spend, which is kind of insane. insane. So, I mean, we can also just go for pass blocking just because, and we'll also max out his break sack. And after those upgrades right there, we might have just built the most overpowered player in NFL history. But that's going to bring us to week 7, and this is probably going to be our biggest test of the season because we have to play against Patrick Mahomes. No surprise though, Mahomes started with the ball and they scored first. So we are down 7-0 right now, but I'm hoping that we can cut into the lead here. That's going to be a first down from Kittle. I'm going to try and go for a bit of a shot here, man. I mean, if Ayuk can get any separation, I feel like we have a really good chance at getting away here. We're just going to go for Debo though. I mean, that might go for another touchdown from him. This guy has been insane today. I mean, I really don't need to explain why he has been my favorite target today. I mean, point in case right there. He's literally always open. We're coming back out here in the third quarter though. It's pretty much the fourth quarter. I mean, we got 14 seconds on the clock. So after like a play or two, we're only going to have one more quarter to go. Hold on. I was going to say this game's pretty much over, but that definitely changes things. I actually can't believe that just happened. That is pretty brutal, man. I mean, we had a chance to go up by 3 scores, but now it's a 1-score game. We're gonna have, oh, he held on to it. Let's go. I mean, he took a pretty nasty hit there, so that easily could have been knocked out, but I'm gonna try and go for Kittle this time and see if he can get some separation. Again, it looks like that should go for a first down and a whole lot more. So once again, we have gotten ourselves back into scoring position. I'm gonna try and go back for Brandon Ayuk, but if he's locked up, and it looks like that's the case, kind of. So we're just going to keep it with McCaffrey, who's got the first down either way. I mean, as a QB, I'm not going to lie. He might be better at running the football than Lamar. I mean, this is actually ridiculous, man. But, oh, that could be a touchdown right there. Come on. No way, bro. I already know that's coming back. I seen the flag and I already know it's holding. So that is going to wipe a really sick touchdown off the board. And it's going to make it 1st and 20. So that definitely makes things a whole lot more difficult for us. I'm keeping it on the ground again, though, bro. And it looks like we have some more separation with McCaffrey. They did bring up a 3rd down after that, though. So we need 3 yards for the first. But I'm just going to go for Debo because nobody has been able to stop this duo. I don't even need touchdowns with McCaffrey anymore. I mean, he's already as good as he's gonna get. So I'm just gonna hand it off to Juszczyk and see if he can put it in, and it looks like that's gonna go for the score. So that puts us back up by 2 scores, and I'm hoping that will be enough to put this thing away. And it was a really close game, but it looks like we did hold on for the dub after that. So the San Francisco 49ers are still undefeated, and we've also got McCaffrey all the way up to a 99 overall. So I'd say our work here is done. Now it's time to see what we can do to end off the season. And with Christian McCaffrey as our quarterback, we finished off the season with a 14-3 record to win the division and get the #1 seed in the playoffs. And Christian McCaffrey has definitely made himself a case for MVP because he had 4,300 yards for 51 touchdowns and 7 interceptions, and that's just passing because he also had 586 yards on the ground. But to start off the postseason, it looks like we're going to be taking on the New York Giants. I'm just going to come out and say it, though. I mean, if McCaffrey doesn't win MVP with the stats that he had this season, I feel like that is definitely a robbery. But I'm going to try. Oh, hold on. That's a bad start. That was almost an interception. They got another stop after that, too. So, I mean, we need to get 10 yards just to keep this drive alive. And I feel like that's pretty important to do right now because the Giants are playing a lot better than I expected them to. I mean, we're all tied up at 10, but Debo's got the first. I mean, that brings it all the way to the red zone. So 1 play and we're already set up. So at the very least, we are in position to put 3 points on the board as long as we don't throw an interception or anything. I don't even like the 49ers, but they should not have gotten rid of these unis, bro. I mean, I don't know why they stopped wearing these, but these are actually sick. They should definitely bring them back. That could be a touchdown right there. Come on. Juke. We're going to stay up. There we go. That's going to be a touchdown from McCaffrey. I mean, that break tackle maxed out is absolutely ridiculous. So that's going to put us back up by 7. And it looks like we played a whole lot better in the second half because we ended up winning this game 31-10. So that sends us to the NFC Championship game. And in the NFC Championship game, it looks like we're going to be taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. And it looks like we're in another very close game, but this time we are losing. We're only only down by 7 points though, so hopefully we can tie things up, because if we don't, our season could very well come to an end. I mean, there's only 4 minutes left on the clock, so this is kind of a dire drive for the 49ers. That's gonna be, oh, okay, never mind, we got it. I thought he was 1 yard short there, but I'll take the first down. I'm gonna do my favorite thing though and keep it on the ground with McCaffrey, and once again, he is gonna get away. I mean, we were literally one defender away from another rushing touchdown there, which would have been pretty sick, but I might try and go for Ayuk here, because I feel like Debo is definitely going to be locked up off of this throw. Ayuk honestly might be as well, so we're just going to keep it on the ground with McCaffrey again, and it looks like that's going to be a touchdown. So that is going to tie this game up just like that, but I mean, there's still a lot of time on the clock, so hopefully our defense can do their job. But unfortunately for us, after that, this game ended up going to overtime, and it looks like the Eagles are going to sneak out with a 3-point win. So that is unfortunately going to bring an end to this crazy season. I mean, I was really hoping that we would go on to win a Super Bowl this year, but it looks like we're gonna fall just short, which definitely sucks. But to end things off, on the bright side, it looks like McCaffrey did go on to win MVP, which is pretty ridiculous. And after beating us, it looks like the Eagles went on to lose by 1 point in the Super Bowl to the Chiefs. So it looks like KC is gonna get the best of Philly once again. But that's gonna do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It would really help out the channel. And if you have any video ideas, feel free to drop them down below. I'll try to get to as many of them as I can. And while you're down there, comment the most random thing you can think of, just so we can confuse everybody in the comment section. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.